Ladies and gentlemen, boys and NBs, welcome back once again to the DMZ, and today we're going to be focusing on those unsuppressed builds, the PvP, and absolutely owning every lobby that you're in, not worrying about being sneaky, just running everyone over like the Giga Chad you are. Before we get started, I just want to make sure you're aware that over 70% of my viewers are not subscribed to the channel, and we've just hit 700 subscribers in 6 weeks, which is phenomenal. So if you wouldn't mind checking if you're subscribed and also liking the video, I would love you forever. Now let's get into it. The first gun I want to talk about is the FR Avancer, the FAMAS itself. We're going to start with the FTAC Castle Comp for a muzzle, the 435mm barrel, the OLAV laser, the 60-round magazine, and the FR Giga comb. This is your quintessential sniper support build. This is my favorite gun for sniper support when running unsuppressed, so keep that in mind with this gun. And as we go into tuning, we are primarily focusing on our aim down sight and sprint to fire speeds with a slight amount into recoil control. So we're going to tune our Castle Comp down and to the right, our barrel up and to the left, our laser down and to the left, our comb up and to the right, and that is going to make this gun phenomenal. Sticking with sniper support, let's talk about the Chimera. The Chimera is absolutely phenomenal with this patch, being the second best 300 black rifle in the game. Again, we're going to start with an 8-point flash hider as a muzzle, the 10-inch barrel, VLK laser, then we're going to add the 45-round magazine. We're going to finish off with a D37 grip. To make this thing absolutely amazing, we're then going to tune with our muzzle down and to the right, our barrel up and to the left, our laser down and to the left, and our rear grip up and to the left. The Chimera feels like the Hemlock used to, and this should be its replacement if you liked the Hemlock, so keep that in mind as we move into the next one. And the next one being the Castoff 74U, who has always been good, but is especially good this season. We're going to start with the Cronin OP44, then we're going to add the BR209 barrel, the OLAV laser, the 45-round magazine, and the Marquise R7 stock. This build is absolutely amazing at everything it does. For tuning, we're going to tune our muzzle down and to the right, our barrel up and to the left, our laser down and to the left, and our stock down and to the right. I'm telling you, man, you cannot go wrong with any of the Castoffs this season. We'll be going over the rest later. The 74U is my favorite. Next up, I want to talk about the highest skill gun on this list, and that is the FTAC Recon. The FTAC Recon, we're going to start with the OLAV laser, the Cronin Mini Pro, the Assault 60 stock, the high velocity ammo, and the 15-round magazine. The FTAC Recon is absolutely incredible at close range, and you will put down doofs and they won't even know what you're doing. It's hilarious. Trust me on this one. For tuning, you're going to need the OLAV tuned down to the left, your optic tuned down and to the right, your stock tuned down to the right, and your high velocity tuned up and to the left. Next, let's talk about a lower skill gun that does just as much damage, and that is the Castoff 545. 545 is incredible and nobody uses it, and I don't know why. We're going to start with the FTAC Castle Comp once again. We're going to add the OLAV laser, the Marquise R7 stock, the overpressured rounds, and the 45-round magazine. This thing is absolutely amazing in sniper support and is a gun on its own in places like Koshi and Building 21. If you're looking for a gun that you haven't used yet or you haven't used in a while, use this one right here. For tuning, we're going to tune our muzzle down and to the right, our laser down and to the left, our stock down and to the right, and our ammo up and to the left. Next, let's talk about that #1 300 blackout rifle and our brand new gun, the M13C. We're going to start with the Cronin OP44 for our muzzle. We're going to add the VLK 7mm laser, the 60-round magazine, the D37 grip, and the Bruin Flash V4 stock to make this gun absolutely incredible. Building 21, Koshi, Al-Mazrah, Ashika, anywhere you want to go, this gun will slay everything. It is phenomenal. For our muzzle, we're going to tune down and to the right. For our laser, we're going to tune down and to the left. For our stock, we're going to tune down and to the right. For our rear grip, we're going to tune up and to the right. Now let's talk about the #1 gun for PvP in all of DMZ and even Warzone itself, that being the Castoff 762. We're going to start with the 8-point flash hider once again. We're going to add the Cas 7 406mm barrel, the agent grip, the high velocity ammo, and the 40-round magazine. This thing absolutely slaps. Nothing can stand up to it in the mid-range, and it's phenomenal in the close range too. For tuning, we're going to tune our muzzle down and to the right, our barrel up and to the right, our agent grip up and to the right, and our ammo up and to the left. Next, let's talk about Old Faithful, the M4. For the M4, we're going to go sack and tread 40, OLAV OLAV laser, Cronin Mini Pro, 60 round magazine, and the Phantom grip. This is going to be your all-around best gun in this list and the second best for PvP overall. For tuning, we're going to tune our muzzle down and to the right, our laser down and to the left, our optic down and to the right, and our rear grip up and to the right. And then we're going to talk about the Tempest Razorback because it's almost as good, and we're going to start with the Cronin OP44 again, the 13-inch Frenzy 9 barrel, the OLAV laser, the 60 round magazine, and the LTX Eclipse comb to finish off this build. The Razorback is incredible. You get 6 attachments technically with that built-in optic, and for tuning, we're going to tune our muzzle down and to the right, our barrel up and to the left, our laser down and to the left, and our comb up and to the left. Next, let's talk about the TAC V. Even though it did just get a nerf, it is still an absolute demon. We're going to start with the Lockshot KT85, the high velocity ammo, the 50 round drum, the OLAV laser, and finish off with the TV X-Line Pro stock. The TAC V is still absolutely meta. No matter what they say in the patch, this thing is amazing. For tuning, we're going to go with our muzzle down and to the right, our high velocity ammo up and to the left, our laser down and to the left, and our stock down and to the right. From here on out, let's talk about SMGs, and the tuning is going to be relatively the same for all of them. We're going to start with the Vasnev, with the Bruin Pendulum, the KAS-1 254mm barrel, the OLAV laser, the Markiv R7 stock, and the 45 round magazine. The Vasnev is feeling very, very good right now, and it is a very, very solid option for any map behind a sniper or an AR. The muzzle, we're going to tune down and to the right, barrel, we're going to tune up and to the left, the OLAV down and to the left, and for our stock, down and to the right. Next, let's talk about the P90 or the PDSW 528. We're going to start with the AVR T90 comb, which is a muzzle tuned down and to the right, the FTAC Defense 14.5-inch barrel tuned up and to the left, the VLK 7mm laser tuned down and to the left, and then we're going to use the GR33 light rail tuned up and to the right to finish off the TV TAC comb tuned up and to the left. The P90 is phenomenal. You want movement, use this gun, and you will fry anything. The only caveat being you are always going to be looking for ammunition with this thing. But with one gun you will not be looking for ammunition, that is the MP5 or the Lochman Sub, using the Bruin Pendulum tuned down and to the right, the FTAC M Sub 12-inch barrel tuned up and to the left, the VLK 7mm laser tuned down and to the left, and the overpressured ammo tuned up and to the left, finishing off with the 50 round drum or the 40 round magazine if you prefer the speed. Next up, let's talk about the MP7 or the Vel46 as it's known in game. Again, using the Bruin Pendulum tuned down and to the right, the Tango 228 barrel tuned up and to the left, the VLK 7mm laser tuned down and to the left, the Demo RXT stock tuned down and to the right, and the 50 or 60 magazine depending on if you want movement or more rounds on you. This is probably the best gun of the season, except for the very last one I'm going to mention. The Vel will not let you down in any situation. This is by far one of the greatest guns in the game. And I'm serious, man. Over 70% of my viewers are not subscribed, and if you've made it this far into the video, clearly you like what you see. So just make sure you're subscribed so you can find your way back, and you can help us boost the algorithm and hit that 1,000 mark that we are trying to hit so hard. And then to finish this video off, we're going to talk about the Bass P. Now, the Bass P is absolutely the best SMG in the game, bar none. And for this build, we're going to start with the AVR T90 compensator, which is a muzzle tuned down and to the right, the 12-inch Bruin SZ36 barrel tuned up and to the left, VLK 7mm laser once again tuned down and to the left, the Bruin flash grip tuned up and to the right, and then the 50 round drum to finish it off. You cannot go wrong with this. This is the best gun for close quarters in the game right now. And there they are, boys. All 15 guns I wanted to give you in this video. I hope to catch you on one of our many live streams 6 days a week, and there will be many videos to come. So on that note, GG, boys.